Welcome to day 14 of 31 Uplanders in 31 days. I'm too stupid to win, and as always, I'm joined by Thank Me Later. How we doing this evening, brother?
Doing good.
At least none of these intros are the same, so that's good. Sometimes
that's
I introduce us, sometimes I don't introduce us.
Yeah, just go with it. It's whatever feels right.
Yeah, whatever feels right. If this is the first time you're joining us in almost the middle of this March Madness of Upland, we're interviewing 31 different Uplanders and releasing their interviews each day here in the month of March. It's so far been a fun time as we're about halfway through this. Learned a lot of interesting facts about different Uplanders and very happy that we decided to do this. And thank me later for putting up with me through all these episodes so far.
We're only halfway through. Let's hold the congratulations till the end.
Hey, baby steps. Baby steps. All right. Today's Uplander we have to bring to you. She is, man.
Well, I mean, if you watch the Wolf Warner one, then I don't know. That one got I'm like a little nervous now.
Me too. Like I was like, oh, cool. We got this Uplander. She's coming on, blah, blah, blah. And then we have Wolf on. And I was like, ooh. I'm like,
yeah,
I don't know.
Wolf is spilling some tea. Maybe think twice. Like, we better mind our P's and Q's. That's all I'm saying. No shenanigans. No shenanigans this time.
No shenanigans. And then if anything, we'll just throw it on Wolf.
Yeah.
Just throw it on Wolf. So if you watched it, if you haven't watched it, please go back and watch the Wolf Warner. It was a great interview. So go check him out for sure. He was 2 days ago on day 12. Yeah.
Dropping some F-bombs too. I don't know if you're going to edit those out.
Nope, they weren't. Nice and clear. We don't edit on this show. We just roll with it. So with no further ado, we have the one and only Funky Beats.
Hey, how's it going?
Good. How we doing, Funky Beats?
I'm good. How are you guys?
Doing great. Thank you so much for taking time and being a part of this 31 Uplanders in 31 days. This is a cool thing that's coming together, and we're halfway through it. So,
no, I'm honored. Thanks for thinking of me.
Yeah, I mean, you see your name out on the racing track, you see your name in all the fantasy sports leagues, and so, I mean, you're putting in work everywhere.
Yeah, especially fantasy. Wolf has to always remind me it's just fantasy.
Yeah, we've heard.
We have heard. So what we do is just ask some questions to get to know the community a little bit better. You ready to jump into this?
Yeah, let's do it.
All right.
All right. That's not our first
That's
question.
not the first one. It skipped. There we go.
Can you tell us a little bit about yourself outside of Upland?
Yeah, most certainly. And actually, outside of tell me a little bit outside of Upland. I'm involved in all on X dental surgery, like I was indicating to you guys a little bit earlier. So yes. That's 4 or 5 implants at once and teeth in a day. I travel the United States doing dental implants. I'm also an avid artist. I have a dental laboratory where I make and I actually repair like dental prosthetics, so dentures, partials, things of that nature. And then I'm also into art. I do a lot of oil painting, and you might have seen that through some of my assets. Some of my oil paintings I actually sold as assets as well.
Yeah,
that's super cool.
Do you combine the dentistry with your artist and do some custom teeth?
I could, because we're dealing with 3D printing nowadays. So it's brought in a whole new dynamic, but we've done like fangs on people before, diamond in a tooth, things of that nature,
Dang.
Yeah.
That's super cool.
Rob me a jewelry store and make me a grill.
Yeah, right.
How did you first discover Upland and what drew you to it?
I was thinking about this. I want to say it was on XYO, and when I started like getting into crypto, somehow I came across Upland. And what drew me into it was the fact that it's a group of adults that, you know, play this game, and it's a real life game. It's like a game of life, you know. It truly is. We just don't have like people yet in virtual Upland, but we are in Upland and in our own way too, because we do have virtual people. Yeah, pretty much what drew me into it was, you know, the people. The people drew me into it. The camaraderie.
Right.
Love that. What do you do when you're not playing Upland?
When I'm not playing Upland, well, if I'm not traveling, I do a lot of, like I said, a lot of oil painting, and then I'm usually busy on the side with one of my 2 jobs. I like to make money.
You're a hustler. What?
Yes.
We heard you're a big fantasy league, right? So you do a lot of fantasy leagues?
I do a ton of fantasy leagues, yeah. So that's one of my other things that I'm super passionate about, especially football.
There you go. How long does it usually take you to do one of your oil paintings?
You know, in all honesty, like probably 25, 35 minutes. Okay. It's not a real long process. I do a technique that's called wet on wet. It's Bob Ross style painting. And when you first look at a painting, you would think like, wow, this person put all these individual brush strokes in here and it must have taken them forever. And it's really...
Uh-oh. She is traveling right now, so she has some Wi-Fi going on. We'll catch back with her really quick. Hopefully that catches up.
Yeah.
All right, there we go. We're back.
Okay. Sorry.
There we go.
Okay.
We're all good.
So just like with me making like prosthetics, there's a process. In one of those paintings, there's a process. And as long as you follow the process, you'll get the end result that you're looking for. Actually, Bob Ross makes it look really easy when he's on camera. And the reason being is he always painted his paintings twice. So he always had done the painting one previous time before he went live and did it again. But that doesn't still discredit the fact that he is able to teach you in a way that is kind of dumbed down and rather simplistic, and you can come out with some pretty cool stuff.
Yeah, I always love watching Bob Ross. What was your first big milestone in Upland? Froze again. It'll be okay. Technical difficulties, not a problem. We roll with the punches. There we go. Oh, I thought.
My favorite is you just trying to fill the air time. That's my favorite part. Just letting that silence hang there and see how much you're gonna fill it with nonsense.
Yeah, I'm glad. There we go.
There it is.
There it is.
What was your first big milestone?
First big milestone in Upland?
Yes.
Probably reaching director status. Right? Yeah. Did I say that? Yeah.
Yeah.
Probably reaching director status initially, because, you know, when I first got into it, I didn't have like a whole lot of cash, just like every Uplander first getting into it. And I was fortunate enough, though, I won a series 1 off of somebody had a Discord, and that's what really drew me in. I was just messing with Upland for like 1 or 2 days, and I won a series 1, one of the first series 1s that like came out. And that got me started on racing. And the fact that I just won like a $200 gift, you know,
right.
And like, how can I take away from it? So I ended up selling the car, and I think indulging in more properties and building more upics, you know, that way. But ultimately, I would say my first big, well, you know what? Not even to discredit the fact of manufacturing. To manufacture was a big milestone too, getting the sparklet up there.
Oh yeah, definitely need the sparklet to get that manufacturing going.
Yeah, for sure.
What strategy do you use in the game? You're more collector, trader, builder?
I'm more of a collector and builder, I'd say. Probably leaning more toward the collector. I even my assets, I like a full collection of assets. You know, when purchasing them, the some of the assets I'm distributing are of collectors series too. I'm going to be coming out with a new line that's kind of focused around what I do. Well, everything is focused around what I do. All my assets have something to do with myself. But yeah, one of my new and upcoming assets you guys will see is pertaining to dentistry.
Oh, that's
collectors.
cool.
Yeah.
Oh, that'll be interesting to see.
Yeah, it's pretty cool, I think.
What's your proudest moment or achievement in Upland so far?
Proudest moment of it. You know what? Probably anytime that I do beat Wolf Warner, especially like in football.
There you go.
Which Upland city is your favorite and why?
Which Upland is my favorite? You know, I'm gonna have to go with. Well, that one's a tough one. I'm a little bit torn between L7 8 Mile and also with Matt Suter in Happy Homes.
Okay. Are they in the?
Yeah, what city are they in?
What city in Detroit? Both of them.
Oh, both of them are in Detroit.
Yeah,
Detroit's your favorite city.
Yeah, Detroit is my favorite city, and that's actually originally where I'm from. Born and raised from Detroit.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
It's a solid city. A lot of good nodes there.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, it's definitely built up. You could purchase relatively cheap there. That's what I liked about it. So I had a nice little web going there. You know, when treasure hunting was like of worthy pastime, you know. So I treasure hunt and stuff there, and there and a few other places. But I enjoy my Detroit home. I enjoy the racetrack on Happy Homes. I race that one a lot. So yeah, you know what? I enjoyed the camaraderie. Like Matt Zuter started a whole thing with these Pez assets. That's been really interesting. I don't know if you guys have been privy to any of that.
No.
I have to check that out. I love Pez.
So Pez assets, you can actually earn UPIX for your map assets monthly.
Huh.
Like you earn like 10 or 20% off of an asset in UPIX per month, just depending. And a lot of them, he'll buy like certain manufacturers' assets and then sell them. So he puts money into the community in different ways, and it's just like an interesting way. He always comes up with interesting ways to manufacture, produce, or sell in contests and stuff like that keep it interesting.
Very cool.
All right, and that's a pretty good segue into how has the Upland community impacted your experience in the game?
Oh, well, the community is everything. Without the community, I wouldn't even say like I would have the experience that I do in the game. You know what I mean? Without one, I don't have the other. The community is everything. I never thought I would meet like a group of adults where like I'd want to go hang and chill with them more so than other people like I might have known for a long time, you know? And I've built this virtual friendship with people, not even just across country, but some of them across the world, you know? I can't wait till this year, till Genesis week, because I really think that I'm going to go.
Oh, nice. You got to get there. Got to get there, Funky.
I know.
Do you have any memorable collaborations or rivalries with other players?
Definitely rivalries. Me and Wolf are always a rivalry. He's always good. He's always so good And but I swear, like there's times when he plays me that are like the worst times ever.
It's always when half your team's on a bye. Like
Yes,
that's how it always
exactly.
works out with that one person you always want to beat. Your matchups
Yes,
never
exactly.
right.
And I'm like, oh, who would you know? I'm playing Wolf Lerner. But you know what? I love the guy. I actually love him to death. Like I put him through so much, and I get so mad. Like heaven forbid you have like an extra person in your IR. That's not sick, because I'm gonna tear you up about it. I just take it so seriously.
Yeah,
It's in good fun, but
I've been slacking on the basketball. I was good the first to the start of the year, and then it just fell apart for me. And life.
yeah, I'm
Sorry.
just somewhere there close to the bottom. I'm doing okay, but I've
Yeah.
pulled away with a couple wins, but not like I do in football. But football, like I'm hitting the waiver wire. Football, I'm more familiar with all the players, so I do a little bit better with football. And that's why I'm going to beat you to the waiver wire. Same thing with baseball, because I'm already looking for those players. And soccer, some of these other sports that I'm not privy, like hockey, so much. I don't do as well. Or basketball, I'm not as well. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. What's one piece of advice you'd give to someone just starting out in Upland?
Oh, definitely invest in your properties. Your properties pay you back, but you want to get to the point where you're able to produce assets. Once you do that, you're able to kind of create a foundation for which you can keep growing from. And like I mentioned too, the Pez assets, that was a great thing. I think they've already made like 100,000 in UPIX in a few months off of my Pez assets.
Wow.
Yeah, it's great. It's a great incentive. So really I would just say, everything is worthy, but I would invest more in properties that are gonna yield me UPIX and possibly even map assets that are going to also yield me UPIX.
All right.
Do you have any quirky habits or rituals when playing Upland?
Quirky habits or rituals. Yeah, usually first thing in the morning. It's like my morning go-to. I'll check the racetrack, see what's going on, if anyone's racing, or into the night too. I'll hop on there. But yeah, those are my two rituals, I would say.
Okay.
Fair enough.
What are your personal goals in the game for the next 6 months or a year?
Oh, I'd love to make it to, what is it, executive?
Yeah.
Yeah, I would love to make it to executive. I don't know about the next 6 months, maybe a year, because I'm about 60% there. 66 maybe.
Nice. All
Yeah,
right.
you're at because you need to get to 10? Is it 10 million?
Yeah, I need 10,000.
Okay.
Oh yeah, you're converting it to
Yeah.
you're converting it to the scary number.
The scary number. All right. So that wraps up our 12 questions. And that now brings us to our quick fire round. We have 4 questions in 60 seconds. And as we told Wolf, this is a competition and we're seeing who can answer them the quickest. Can you beat Wolf's time?
He did
Okay,
very
let's
good.
do it.
You did very well. All right. Ready. Favorite in-game property?
Favorite in-game property?
Yes.
Ooh. Probably my Happy Homes property, Sorrento.
All right. Favorite Upland event or competition?
During Genesis Week, the racing.
All right. One Upland item you'd never sell, no matter the offer.
Oh, I will probably never sell some of my Pez map assets.
All right. Best Upland memory.
Just meeting new people.
Ooh, Wolf beat you by 9 seconds. You ended up with 40 seconds. that
I
in-game
hesitated.
property. That's where you got that.
I know. I hesitated. My mind was going off to Dallas, where there's this new node developing, and then I was also hanging out with the guys in Millenburg today. So I was going a few different places.
Yeah. No. Really appreciate your time. This part of the show, we give it to you as an open forum. If you want to talk about, any businesses you got in Upland, or any communities you want to promote, or just any general messages you want to give out to the community, it's kind of your open forum right here.
Okay. Well, like I was saying earlier, I've already developed some new assets which are gonna be entailed to the line of dentistry. So that'll be interesting. I know there's one other dentist out there because I've seen his properties. I don't know who you are, but I'm calling you out. Let me know what you think about the new dental line that's coming out. And I also just came out. One other thing that I enjoy to do is I used to mix. That's where Funky Beats comes from, on turntables. So I just produced an asset of 2 turntables that I'm selling at 1677 Burt in Detroit and 931 South Holman, Chicago. I also still have some of my easel assets with oil painting pictures on there, and they are of actual oil paintings that I've done.
Oh, that's super cool.
Yeah, I think so. What I try to do with mint number 1 on all those assets is whoever purchases it, I send the copy of the actual canvas painting to them. So I thought that would be a little incentive.
Now that's pretty awesome, where you can buy the digital asset and you get the actual physical product too. That's right. Awesome that you're doing that for the mint ones. Yeah,
I thought so. I thought that was pretty cool. So I gotta give some shouts out to URL. Definitely have a lot of fun with those guys. They put up with me through some racing, help teach me some things. I have a great time and great camaraderie on the track too with different people, but they also know not to cross me too much. It's like my friend Crowley, gosh, I gave him grief, but he's another one that's like, he's still my buddy, like it's all in due fun. Like we get serious, we get heated a little bit, but it's just the competitive nature. It's nothing, no harm, no foul.
Love that.
Absolutely. Thank me later. You have anything before we wrap it up for today?
No, now I got to go check out that the map assets. I like mint ones. I love art, and so now I gotta go check that out.
Yeah, definitely. Let me know. I'll be producing some more because I have some new art out. I just need to produce the assets.
Well, hit me up. I would be interested in procuring some.
I'll definitely do that.
Thank you so much, Funky Beats, for taking time as you're traveling for work to jump on this. I really appreciate that. And we're trying to get a wide variety of players to introduce them to the community. You were one of the names that I just saw everywhere. We might have said something here or there on Discord, but not really had a lot of conversation. So it was awesome getting to sit down, chat, get to know you.
For sure. I'm really, so glad that I did this. I really appreciate you guys doing this.
Yeah.
Thank you.
No, thank you so much. Really appreciate your time. Everybody, this is day 14. Tune in tomorrow for day 15. Day 15, this guy's day 15 is kind of interesting. So we'll see how day 15's interview goes. So everybody be safe. Have fun. We'll see you tomorrow.
The Uplanders podcast with the property expert. If it's happening in Upland, it's the place you want to check first. With your host too stupid to win and thank me later. Bringing the strategy, news, and cool charts with all the data. This is Upland, where the metaverse goes down. Genesis, San Fran, to Rio, and all around. Don't miss a week, you never know what they'll say next. It's the Upland property expert.